Hey guys, Kenny here. I'm here to review the 2008 science fiction movie Jumper, starring Hayden Christensen, Jamie Bell, Samuel L. Jackson, Rachel Bilson, Michael Rooker, Anna Sophia Robb, Max Theriot, Teddy Dunn, and Jesse James. I have to say that I really did enjoy this movie. The basic plot is about David Rice, who's played by two people, first by Max Theriot and then Hayden Christensen. He's trying to save his girlfriend, Millie, who is first played young by Anna Sophia Robb, and then as an adult she's played by Rachel Bilson. He's out. He tries to save her from this paladin, and that's a group of people who try to kill jumpers because the paladins believe that no one should have the ability to be at all places at once. Only God should have that ability. So David tries to save her from him with the help of a somewhat reluctant hero, Griffin, played by Jamie Bell. And in that journey, he's also trying to find his mother, Mary, played by Diane Lane. And there was this high school bully, Mark, played by Teddy Dunn, that had kind of tormented David and Millie when they were younger. So there's this fight that the adult David has with Mark when they're older at the outside of this bar that Millie works at, and David teleports him and Mark to this bank, and then David teleports himself out, leaving Mark there. And that's when Roland Cox, played by Samuel L. Jackson, the paladin who's after David, Roland finds Mark and then questions him about how Mark got in there. And Mark tells Roland everything about David, who he is, that he has the ability to teleport. He tells Roland about Millie, David's girlfriend, and that's how Roland is able to get to Millie. And I think David, Millie, and Griffin are in. I think they're in Egypt when Roland catches up with them, and then that's when the climactic fight happens, where David and Griffin fight these paladins while David is also trying to save Millie from Roland. A great moment happens is when David is kind of wrapped up in this electrocuting cable that the paladins use that prevents jumpers from teleporting into other places, because the cable is connected to them, and that still allows the paladin to get a hold of them and bring them back into where the paladin is. David is kind of wrapped up. He's on this wooden. I think he's on a wall, and then he kind of shakes, and then as he does that, that makes a whole house crumble apart, and then with the ability of his jumper ability, he makes a whole house teleport away into like some kind of a lake or an ocean. So that's when David is able to save Millie. And then at the end of the movie, David and Millie go to where David's mother Mary is. So David is able to see his mother for the first time since he was 15. Or no, she left when when he was 11 or 12. So I really do like this movie. I thought the story was rather good. David, since he has this jumping ability, he's sort of a bank robber, so that's how he's able to live in a posh sort of apartment. And that's really how Roland Cox is able to get to him. And one day, when David and Millie are trying to leave Rome, they're in Rome. I think they were in Rome where they saw the Colosseum. And as they're trying to leave the airport, David tells Millie that he's staying, and that's when David tries to confess to her what all he does, but in a way he does confess because he shows her the money, but he doesn't tell her everything. At least I don't think he does. But it's a good movie. I really do like watching it. The DVD I have here is the 2-disc digital copy special edition. I love the cover on here. This is the hologram cover. This is the slipcase. Here's the other. Here's the back. This is when he teleported to the clock tower while it's raining, and he has a umbrella with him. I really do like watching this. It's a fun one. So I highly recommend Jumper. And if you haven't already, I would highly appreciate it if you would subscribe over here if you're watching the video by itself, or subscribe down here if you're watching the video on my channel. I thought Hayden Christensen was quite good in this. He's in the new movie this year called Takers, starring Chiwetel. No, not Chiwetel Ejiofor. But that one looks like it might be a good movie. Hayden is a good actor, I think. So I highly recommend this so much. The teleporting special effects in this, whenever one of the jumpers jump, is beautiful. It leaves behind this kind of like a doorway to where they teleported at. That's how the Paladins are able to use their electrocuting kind of cable to connect to them through that doorway. And David teleported from Millie's house to where Griffin is, I think in Egypt, and the Paladins use this powerful box, and that amplifies the doorway, so that's how they're able to get Millie back through. And that's when it starts a climactic fight at the end. So I highly recommend this. So I don't know if there's anything else I have to say, so stay cool and roll out to the movies.